November 5th, 2025 at 11 a.m. in the moment. See if this makes sense. So we have wickedness, we have evil, and we have good. Good and evil and wicked. Now Genesis 6:5 talks about the wickedness in men were evil, and that every thought was evil. So wickedness and evil. See if this makes sense again. All right. So in order to become a god, you have to eat from the tree of good and evil, right? See if this makes sense. Evil and good. Evil is the devil, good is the angel. The angel tries to get you to do good things, and the devil tries to get you to do bad things. Those bad things that the devil tries to get you to do is just sin. Sin is a cage to yourself, to your mind, to keep you from doing things that may be fun, right? That's sin. Evil and sin go hand in hand. Evil is just sin. So, is evil wicked? The answer is no. Evil is this. You're going to go steal something, right? That's evil. But you're not hurting anybody. Evil is this. You're going to drink alcohol and get drunk. That's just a sin. You're not hurting anybody. You're just having fun. Evil is doing drugs. You're not hurting anybody. You're just having fun. That's evil, right? That's a sin. Right. So if every thought was evil and you're thinking about stealing and partying and drinking and doing drugs and doing things that you're really not supposed to do according to law, breaking the law, things like that, that's all evil. What's good? Not doing those things. And you could slice it up as demonic or angelic. So angelic has to do with enlightenment, apathy, liberation, lifting people up to a positive, higher vibration. Evil has to do with fear, guilt, shame, right? That's demonic. Those are low vibrational energies, right? So, what is wickedness? Wickedness to me is doing things to others that is not good and kind. It could be casting spells. It could be killing. It could be beating up. That's wicked ass shit, right? So, to be evil is to live, right? If you spell evil backwards, it means live. So, you're basically just living, right? And if you're just living and you're not hurting anybody, is evil really that bad? The only person you're hurting is yourself, because it's not good for your atom cells. It's not good for your health. It's not good for your mental. And it's not good for your physical. You're only hurting yourself. You're not hurting others, right? But you're having a blast. You're having a good time. You're being like a savage Viking that's doing all this other stuff, stealing and pillaging and pillaging. Hopefully I'm not killing anybody. But eating all these drumsticks and food and things like that. They're living a short life. But they're living life to their satisfaction. And then they're doing good as well. What are they doing? They're feeding their families. They're feeding their kids. The Vikings, savages. I like using them as an example, right? They are good as well. So does that make them gods and goddesses? According to the Bible, right? Now, what is evil? According to the Bible, it's knowledge. But is it really evil when you're doing what? Elevating yourself, consciousness, your awareness, your energy, your vibrations. Is that really evil? When you eat from the tree of knowledge, of good and evil, right? Good is the same thing. You're doing the same things, but you're not hurting anybody. So, in my opinion, good and evil, there's nothing wrong with it. And then you become a god because you're living life to your full satisfaction, to your fully desires, to all those good things, right? You're having a blast. Wickedness to me is when you start hurting others when you're doing killing and kicking their butts and doing all kinds of stuff and you're just fighting and causing all kinds of drama and trauma, and you're actually hurting somebody else. You drive them crazy. That's wicked. So good and evil, from the tree of knowledge, it's not that bad, in my opinion. Tell me what you think. Comment below. Peace. Love and happiness.